like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, hip in the front seat. Get my meals, I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, skrilling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome to World Heavyweights Live on Motorsports.com.
Welcome
I'm Easy, joined by Spimo Rax, young Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream.
Smash.
We had a good Friday. If you guys missed the Friday show. Happy
Pete almost said the M-word.
Yeah.
I didn't get to that
part yet. A lot of crazy
yet.
stuff happening in that one. I'm not one of those.
The
white, that was crazy.
Whiteboards.
Shout out Unky Pete for holding it down.
Shout out Unky Keat. I'm going to say Unky Skeet. Came out Unky Keat.
The whiteboards when the
whiteboards.
you know, some drinks were flowing were dangerous.
Maybe we should, the whiteboards should be in our hands.
Yeah. Not when we're a couple long drinks down.
Yeah.
I don't think we should have the whiteboards in our hands. But.
You know, it's funny. I just not thought, like, what if Lady Jane's, like
saw it?
Yeah. Like, the guy's getting the haircut. There's, like, what the fuck's going on in there?
Very well could have. We never would have known. But it was a lot of fun. Always fun when Chris isn't here.
Yeah.
Yep. Always a good time.
I'm just kidding. Did you send the Hutch video?
Yeah, I did.
Run that up, Chris. We gotta spread this news like fucking herpes. 90% of us need to know this is happening right now. Oh, you didn't get it?
I'm grabbing these now.
You are herpes.
Physically, he is the human embodiment of herpes. Never goes away. Always a problem. Pops up every now and then just to piss you off.
Most inconvenient time. What's up about Izzo and Campy? I saw Campy did some.
Tom Izzo became the winningest head coach in the history of the Big Ten, passing Bob Knight. So I think it was 354 Big Ten victories. So shout out to him, the GOAT of Big Ten head coaches. And Greg Campy tied for the Horizon League. Most wins in the history of the Horizon League with like 112 or something like that.
Acknowledge me.
Well, they weren't always in the Horizon League.
Okay.
But yeah, their next win will put him in sole place at number one. So the two most legendary basketball coaches in the state of Michigan. It's awesome to see them both. You know, they're both in unk status right now, but two paisans going out there taking care of business. So shout out to my favorite basketball coach of all time, Tom Izzo, and my top 5 favorite basketball coach of all time for me, Greg Campy. So
Top five.
Shout out to those guys.
You have top 5 favorite college basketball coaches?
College basketball, he's probably number 2.
Who's your 3, 4, and 5?
Probably Larry Brown, Flip Saunders.
What did Flip coach?
Coach the Pistons.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about college basketball.
No, just basketball.
Oh, just basketball coaches?
Yeah.
Okay.
College basketball, Campy's probably number 2.
Pop's on your list?
Pop's up there. Yeah, Pop will probably be 5.
5 or something like that.
You got respect for Beeline though?
I got respect for Beeline for sure.
Yeah.
Is Beeline on your top 5?
Beeline was a great
number
coach.
1, yeah.
Yeah, Beeline was a
number
great
1.
coach.
That's fair.
Fell in love with college
When
basketball.
I used to see
Michigan
Beeline taking fucking Stu Douglas and Zach Novak to the Sweet 16 and shit like that. He's a damn good coach.
Didn't he get drafted?
One of them
Novak?
might have. I don't know. Zach Novak definitely wasn't getting drafted. Either of them were in Stu Douglas.
Who was the white Slavic kid that got drafted from them?
Stauskas. Nick Stauskas.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
That's right.
Also had Ignis Brazdakis.
Brazdakis is,
He was another white foreigner.
Iggy,
Mo Wagner, white
Mo
foreigner.
Wagner.
Franz Wagner.
Franz Wagner. Yeah, he liked the whites. He did.
Did he retire or get fired? He retired, didn't he?
He left.
Took a job. He left for Cleveland.
That's right.
And
It
then
all
he
went
said
downhill.
Then he said something about like the inmates running the asylum or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can't do that.
Can't do that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't know if that's exactly what he said, but it was something along those lines.
I remember Izzo was supposed to go to Cleveland once upon a time.
Izzo was always in every year.
Braun, right?
Yeah.
Never happened though.
Izzo's gonna be. He's gonna go coach LeBron. He's gonna go.
He
coach
made the right
Miami.
move not doing that.
No, he's
you
a
don't ever
legend.
coach LeBron. You're just there for his convenience.
He's a
Just
legend.
stay.
Yeah.
But in Detroit Lions news, there's a very nice video that came out today.
Oh wow. Did we get it this time?
Yeah, we do.
And this, I mean, just feast your eyes, Lions fans, because this is just beautiful stuff.
Lions fans.
See that tall glass of ice cream running down the
That
field.
just
That vanilla little brown twirl
when
on
you
the top.
shoplifted J.C. Penney, you turn around, you see that coming after you.
That's how you run out of Five Below when you still something that was $6 and up, bro, right there.
Yeah, no, that's awesome though. To see Hutch out there running full speed,
Yeah.
love that.
It was just a broken leg, man. I don't know if he gets the bag because maybe they do try to send him something cheap because of the injury. That is convenient to them. Knowing Brad, I don't think he necessarily will do that, or maybe he's got to be business savvy with it. But like, it's just a broken bone. I fully expect him to return to himself. I listened to Braylon talking about it, like just coming back from injuries like that. It's more so like the timidness of re-injury, but it's not like he did it on a move or anything like that. He just
Yeah, it was
over.
a freak accident.
And Lee McNeil's apparently made out of fucking steel.
Yeah.
Ali McSteel.
Lee McSteel, yeah. It was a freak accident, and I'm not worried about it affecting the way he plays or affecting how he approaches the game. He's going to do what he does, and he's the Terminator, man. So
You think he gets the same type of contract?
yes, Aiden Hutchinson will be one of the highest paid players in the NFL, if not the highest non-paid quarterback in the NFL. He's going to be a freak. And I'm just excited. You see this video. He's out there.
Yeah.
He's obviously feeling a lot better. That must have felt so good for him to finally be getting runs like that. I saw a video of Lee McNeil doing some rehabbing.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to be doing that. I've been saying I don't think he's going to be there at the beginning of the season. Ali might.
Ali might.
I mean, I don't know how that stuff usually goes.
Yeah, I think it's like, what, 6 to 8 months?
Yeah.
For an ACL?
Typically, right?
Yeah.
He's a big boy to be like moving like that this soon, I feel like.
For sure. He was doing the little like stress things on the knee, or
you can see a little bit of the atrophy too, because the one calf was fucking
ba-bow! Yeah,
The other one was still probably ba-bow.
I mean, I'm sure he'll be healed in 4 or 5 months, but it'll take a month
Football
or two
ready.
of rehab to get that leg back to full shape.
That's true. Yeah, I was listening to some insiders, and they were kind of just talking about the Hutch contract, that like he might get lowballed the first round, and then he might just go into the season like, fuck you, we'll figure it out next year.
Yeah, no, Aiden Hutchinson's going to get a massive deal, and he deserves it. And he deserves to be one of the highest paid players in the NFL, and he's going to prove that next year when he wins Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh yeah.
If there was any doubt that Hutch was a Lion, him getting injured should have cemented it, because we know what Brad Holmes does.
It's true.
We know Brad Holmes likes some wounded.
Yeah, that might have driven the price up a little bit.
Yeah.
Hutch is like, you see, Brad, I can get hurt too. Might have thrown me back.
He's like, all right, I'll give you an extra year.
But no, it's good. It's good to see him out there running.
No, it is.
Really excited for him. I felt so bad for that guy, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Because he's got to blame himself. Like he's got to sit there and feel like, man, if I was there,
And-
we could have there.
This was the year.
Yeah.
Like, that was the year for Aiden Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
Started off with 6.5 sacks in the first 4 games. The amount, the quarterbacks and offensive lines that he had lined up throughout the year, the way he was playing, that was the year to break the sack record and would have been the runaway defensive player. It wouldn't even been close.
Dude, there really wasn't any candidates like for real this year.
No, Patrick Surtain won it.
Yeah, but it's just because like who else was gonna get it?
Yeah, Hutchman had like 25 sacks.
Nobody had a DPOY type of year. He was still the sack leader until like week 10.
Yeah, and like playing the Bears twice. He would have played the Titans, the Jaguars. Everything was in a line for him to just have the best defensive season of all time. And unfortunately, it was cut short. So now it's time for him to go back out there and do it against better competition next year with this schedule we're seeing. So
I saw a comment in the chat. I can't find who posted it. I apologize. I think it might have been Phil. And they said 2 broken bones, which is true, but still bones. It's not ligaments. It's not even going to affect the way that he performs. It's just the bones that need to heal. Yeah.
And now it's probably better. Now he's got a metal rod in his leg, so he can hit people with that.
What if you could like elect to just put metal in you, like become a little Terminator?
My dad's got a plate and a couple screws in his ankle.
But he had to get it though.
Yeah, he
ever go to the doctor like they get plastic surgery and be like, I just want metal fucking arms. Just Wolverine me out, son.
I mean, you probably can, but it's probably a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
I want adamantium exoskeleton.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, get a metal plate in your elbow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, son.
Yeah.
Start opening my fucking beer.
Dude, my elbows are getting
sharp.
sharp.
Open my beer caps now on.
My elbows are getting sharp. I gotta fucking take somebody out with these bitches.
You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you're losing weight or something?
I don't know. I just noticed it at the gym.
Are you grinding them down? What do you mean they're getting sharp?
I'm currently elbowing walls every night to make them stronger.
That's why your nose has been so stuffy. It's the wall.
Yeah, it's the
dust.
fucking
whatever you want to call it, drywall.
Blaster.
Chris, were you about to say something? I apologize.
No.
Oh, Nick, what are your reaction to Hutch running? Does it make you want to put some metal in your fucking elbow?
Yeah, definitely.
Get in a bar fight?
I mean, talk about sharp elbows. I got the sharpest elbows in this place.
They call him Mickey Sharp elbows.
No,
Nicky Bose. Nicky Bose.
I'm fired up for Hutch. This is
Nicky
great.
Knife Bows.
Nicky Knife Bows.
No, I'm hyped for Hutchinson, but to be honest, I didn't think that was full speed. Like, I don't think he would have been able to come back for the Super Bowl.
No, I don't think he would have been either.
Yeah. Like, that's just my
he
first
was
reaction.
asked, I think it was on McAfee. He was
thrilled,
like,
though.
who knows? And I was like, okay, that means he knows.
This is the first of many injured guys that we're going to see running throughout this offseason.
Yeah.
Nicky Knife Bows.
Nicky Knife Bows, baby. Comeback player of the year and defensive player of the year, says DNC.
Daggers.
Nicky Daggers. I like that one.
Nicky Daggers.
Nicky Daggers.
He's a superhero.
You want some of this?
Please, someone save us. Oh, no, it's Nicky Daggers.
Comeback player of the year, defensive player of the year. He's probably, I want to say a lock for no, he might be a lock for comeback player of the year. Who else is coming back?
I would say he's a lock for comeback player of the year.
Any big quarterbacks?
Half of the
I
comeback
feel like
player
if he
candidates.
if he wins defensive player of the year, he has to win comeback.
Yeah,
player
for
of the
sure. Half of the comeback candidates play for the Detroit Lions. Put it to you that way.
Yeah.
Carlton Davis, Lee McNeil, Aiden Hutchinson. I think maybe Carlton might be on there. Who knows? I hope he still does as a Detroit Lion though. Mm-hmm. Damn sure praying for that. Chase Amley. What's a stronger metal? Adamantium or vibranium? Vibranium is the strongest.
Yeah, vibranium's stronger
And
than
then adamantium is the second strongest.
adamantium. Yeah.
Adamantium.
Captain America shield metal.
Vibranium.
Yeah, vibranium's stronger than
Of Wakanda.
And Magneto can't manipulate vibranium, but he can manipulate adamantium.
Wow.
Are you guys going to see the Captain America?
Probably not.
I've been out on Marvel for a minute.
I've been out of Marvel for a
But
while.
there's a Hulk in there. I'm like, I feel like that's worth the price of admission.
Red Hulk, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Harrison Ford is, get off my plane. There's the Red Hulk. Probably not. There are a lot of movies coming out that I want to see though.
I guess at the second.
I want to see Sinners really bad when that comes out.
Because doesn't one of the Captain America movies the one where they're still all together? Is that Civil War?
Civil War. Well,
I think
no,
it was
Hulk
or
and
Winter Soldiers. Black Panther first came out. Right?
yeah.
So they had like an Avengers type movie for one of them. Mm-hmm. This one, I guess, box office wise, is only second to that.
Yeah, it did very well. It did like 86 million or something like that first weekend.
Because who else?
I've heard it's good. I heard it's not great, but it's like it's a good movie.
Dude, ever since
Marvel's not grabbing me right now. I'm gonna go see Superman when it comes out.
yeah,
When's that?
That looked leaked too.
I think it looks good. I don't know when.
I didn't love the
DC's just
trailer for
always
it.
ass. I don't know. Just give it another chance.
I mean, yeah, it's a new
You're a
universe.
DC guy though.
Yeah,
Comic wise.
yeah. Oh, for sure, comic wise, it's a new universe though. So new director, James Gunn. So he did very well with Guardians of the Galaxy. So
Yeah.
I expect him to do pretty good with DC.
That's true. I do like James Gunn. I watched Severance this weekend. I started that binge. You partake, Nick?
Season 1 or 2?
Season 1 and the first 2 episodes of season
I
2.
haven't started season 2 yet. I watched like the recap and I was like, whoa, way too much time has passed since I've seen season 1 here.
Oh, see, I got lucky
I might
then.
have to go back and check some stuff out.
It's good. What do you think of it?
I mean, it's like a mind-bending show, you know. You gotta like be pretty locked in. It's not.
There's just some like, what do you call it? Plot holes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, well, like, I don't want to ruin it, but there's like this like torture room.
Spoiler.
Whoa.
Is that a spoiler?
No.
It's not that bad of a spoiler. There's like a torture room. They put them in, but it's work. So like, I would say no. I'm like no, like I'm not going in there. What do you mean?
I'm in season 3 of Prison Break. They're in Sona.
Whoa.
Shit's
Yeah, whoa, dude.
Shit's fucking popping
Relax.
off right now. Like halfway through season 3. So.
Steve-O baby, I'm a huge Deadpool fan. Deadpool was great.
Deadpool was good.
Deadpool's just like an experience. It's not really like a.
I don't know though.
It's like a comedy. It's going to a comedy show, kind of.
Maybe it's a me thing, but that got old after the first 2. Like,
Did you see the third one?
I didn't
third
care
one
to
was
see
great.
it.
Yeah,
I
third
didn't
one was
care to
great.
see it, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. But I don't know, that fourth wall stuff, I just kind of got like, all right, we've been here before. I get that that's his thing, but it just didn't work for me. After the
I
second
really
one.
liked the third one.
Yeah, the third one's fire.
I never saw the second one.
I did, but I wasn't in love with it.
They didn't have enough money for any of the other cool characters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
it's funny how they like play on that too.
Yes.
They're like, yeah, Fox kind of dicked us on this one, so
Yeah.
here's these guys never heard of, and they kill off half the guys. All right, we gotta go to break. I'll tell you about Mark White. Because we're looking to buy or sell a home, my guy. Mark White, gonna do you right. Give him a call today at 248-290-8242. Visit on markwhitesales.com. You can save up to $5,000 on the closing cost of your new home.
Mark White.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
Oh, wow. I saw this on the Woodward Sports social media page. This is a quote from David Montgomery. A message to Myles Garrett. If you can hear this, Myles, come on over, bro. I love the recruiting process. Let's keep it going, man. How do you guys feel about the All-Star weekend? I know Spinny Phil.
That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
You think so?
That was the worst thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Why? For the NBA to put that shit out there, first of all, it was like 2 times as much commercial airtime as actual basketball. Mr. Beast and Kevin Hart got more airtime than Cade Cunningham. For these guys, that it was their first All-Star appearance. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Williams, guys like that. The NBA cheated them out of that experience. That bullshit that you put out there, Cade Cunningham gets 5 minutes of All-Star time and then he's done.
5 points, 2 assists.
That is embarrassing for the NBA to put that product out there. Do something that fans are going to at least watch. I turned it off after the first game. After Cade got eliminated, I didn't watch another second of it.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's fucking stupid. I don't know what you were trying to do with that bullshit, but making it to where these guys like Jalen Williams and Cade Cunningham that are first-time All-Stars that have been working their ass off in the league, have been balling all year to go out there and to have a showcase to them. You're highlighting Cade all season leading up to it. Oh, he's doing this interview. Oh, he's doing that interview. And then fans get 5 minutes of him all weekend. That's fucking stupid, dude. That was the dumbest thing Adam Silver has done since taking over the NBA. That is the worst decision he's made since taking over the NBA. You should be embarrassed with the product you put out there. You should be embarrassed with what the dunk contest is now, even though Mac McClung went crazy. There were some pretty crazy dunks.
I heard it was a good dunk contest.
It's just, you need to do better. You got people talking about the NBA's cooked. We're not watching the NBA anymore. And your decision is to put out that shit. That is the worst All-Star event I've ever seen in my entire life.
Wow.
I would rather watch...
I completely disagree.
I would rather watch the old NFL Pro Bowl than watch what they did. That was trash.
I like the concept a lot. I think they actually played competitive basketball. I just wish it was like to 50,
Fuck no, they didn't play competitive
points.
Basketball. It was the same thing.
No, it wasn't. They were playing defense out there.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they did. Did you watch?
Yes, I did.
They absolutely were playing defense out there. There were multiple blocks.
No.
Game-winning dunk was non-contested.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's also Shea.
And the guy who contested it was Tyler Hero. He's not going to fucking do anything about that.
Everybody go right past
They
him.
were not.
He cooked somebody. He cooked Jackson on the way there.
He's phenomenal at shooting the three. Played no defense, just like all the.
There was
All-Star
defense.
games.
I thought they were actually competitive for once. I enjoyed that part of it, but I do hate the fact that we only got 5 minutes of Cade Cunningham. And
Embarrassing.
And like you said, though, it's probably the same for other first-time guys, from Jalen Williams to Alfred Sengun. Like those are the guys a lot of people are tuning in for. It felt like. It's so weird, the feeling of Cade Cunningham being an all-star. I felt like my kid was going to school for the first time. I was so happy, so proud.
Yep.
And he had only get 5 minutes of it fucking sucked. I feel like the format could work if the point total was more. Because you need to get more action from your guys. But you're the basketball guy, Chris. What'd you think of it? I don't think it was that bad.
So, I'm with Spencer, man. I think this was a terrible decision by Adam Silver. I applaud Adam Silver for always, trying new things. I support him trying the NBA Cup, the in-season tournament, like things like that. I support him making these bold moves, but this is one that ultimately backfired. And yes, I think in principle this idea can work if everybody agrees and tries. But the product has always been a lack of effort, and that's just what it is. And honestly, I think as far as the All-Star game, you have to run with it. I don't really think there's anything you can do to change it at this point. I think you have to let it be what it is, have it be a celebration, maybe find some cool things around, some interviews. And another thing, too, that pissed me off was that you guys realize this was the last TNT NBA All-Star weekend.
Yep.
So this is how they
Kevin
went
Hart
out.
yelling the whole time.
This is how they went out.
That's the part I could have did without was Kevin Hart. I don't think Kevin Hart's funny.
It's 100% with you, Chris. There's not much they can do to make these billion-dollar athletes go out there and play hard defense and lock.
Yeah.
I loved what they did before this.
When
they said, "All right, we got a point total here." So after this point, it goes up to a total, and then they played defense in the fourth quarter of those games when they're like, all right, your total to reach, and then the winner gets that. They were playing defense there. That's fun. At least you get the whole first half where they're throwing oops off the backboard and doing crazy shit from half court, and then in the second half they started playing more basketball. I liked that. I was like, this is cool. This at least gives you 5 to 10 minutes of these guys playing actual basketball to end the game. This was just an abrupt failure by the NBA.
I don't agree at all. I think they actually were playing.
Grand Slam home run. Play-in Grand Slam home run. The in-season tournament, I like that a lot. It's like a 2-run home run. This was a foul out in the bottom of the ninth with the bases loaded. Just a terrible decision.
Yeah.
Don't agree at all.
You're right, too, Easy. Like, it sucks because we as Detroit Pistons fans have waited so long to have a guy. We finally have a guy. Then he went through the years of turmoil to start his career where people were way off the Cade train entering this year. There was people saying don't mention him in the same breath as Jalen Green. There was people saying don't mention him in the same breath as Herb Jones. And we finally had Cade Cunningham ball and elevate to level of not only all-star but superstar status, and to only get 5 minutes, that part hurts. But I want to remove the Detroit Piston emotional side from it and just look at it logistically. And Spencer's right. They had a formula that was somewhat working and that the players were competitive. I've always been jealous of baseball and how they make the All-Star game mean something. They make it for a home field in the finals, or make it for something like, I don't know, the MVP, their team gets an extra trade exception, or I don't know, something that gives these players or their team to push these players real incentives.
The players will let me play harder so my team could trade me easily.
This is the first time in
Jimmy
15
Butler.
years.
Jimmy Butler, if you win MVP, you get
I thought
traded.
this is the best All-Star game. And I've only watched the Cade game, to be honest with you, because I only give a fuck about watching Cade. But to me, the most entertaining one since I don't even fucking remember. I haven't given a fuck to watch one. Maybe
when LeBron and Kobe were
there.
going back and forth.
That'd probably be the last one.
This is the first time I was excited to watch an All-Star game in almost 15 years.
Yeah.
And they gave us 5 minutes of Cade Cunningham. That's awful. Do better. These are the guys you're supposed to be propping up.
And I think that's what I'm saying. I think it's more of like a personal thing because we're Cade Cunningham
100%.
fans. I think as a product, like
I'm
not
also an
complaining about the
NBA
product
fan. I
itself.
love the NBA.
Yeah.
That was shit product.
Yeah.
That is worse than it has been the past 5 years.
Easy, you're not
I think it's the
complaining.
best in the past 5 years.
You just said you haven't watched the other ones.
You're not complaining about the product, Easy,
I
but that's where
I
your
didn't give a fuck to watch them.
that's where your standard is, though. Like this minimal, like bullshit defense, like that was embarrassing. I thought, and the only guys playing defense were like Wemby and Jackson Jr. And they're known for blocking shots, so they were getting into it a little bit, which I liked.
Yeah.
Sadly,
Cade
one of them was
playing
Wemby.
defense.
on Cade, but Cade also got him back on one, got the dunk in, hit
Punched
a
on his
big-time
ass.
3. Cade balled out when he was out there. It's just a goddamn shame we only got to see him
Jalen
for
Brunson's
literally
trying to
5
fucking
minutes.
foul bait in the All-Star
Yeah,
game.
Jalen
Jalen
Brunson
Brunson
jacking up
fucking
threes,
ruined it.
bricking everything.
Breaking everything.
Yeah,
He ruined it for
fucking
Cade's team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he lost them the game.
He had
for sure.
Cade open too at one time. He went to whoever the fuck in the corner.
They should have
for
let
whatever
Cade.
reason.
Cade should have started first of all.
If you truly wanted to win, absolutely.
He was the best. He's the best player on that team. Like
The
5
big-
points, 2 assists in just 5 minutes. Like,
he was the
yeah.
best player on that roster that Kenny drafted.
I think he gave a fuck the most. Him and Jaren Jackson.
I do like the thought of, maybe having like Game 7 home field advantage or something. If you ever
Something.
want to get it back,
You
like
can't do
baseball
something
was
like
able
that.
to do, why can't you?
Because that's
Because you got the best record. You earned it.
yeah.
There's
You
can't
got to
fix
put
it,
something
dude.
on the line. I agree, but it can't be.
It's hard
maybe
too because like
you can't do
But
four
the
nations.
best
it
players-
can't be. It
I don't
can't
think
be
there's enough
money
nations,
though.
but you should do Team USA versus fucking the foreigners. I
They
think
do
there's
that
enough
for the
guys to do that
Rising
now.
Stars, and that's been pretty good, pretty fun sometimes.
'Cause I was watching on
They
the
tried
way
to
in.
do that one year and it didn't work. They
Yeah,
tried
they-
to do Team USA versus Team
Also,
World.
international team
Wasn't
would
that
probably
good?
kick
Well,
our ass
international
right
shit.
now.
Fuck us up.
Yeah.
Kick our ass right now.
I don't know.
Wemby and Joker, and then Shea.
And
Luka.
Giannis.
Brown,
And
Katie,
Giannis.
Steph,
Luka.
and JT.
Yeah, they're all
Cade,
dying. Who'd be our center? Jaren
Embiid.
Jackson? You have to bump him up. Who?
Embiid.
Embiid.
And B would probably switch back to the world team.
Yeah.
He probably
Jaren
would.
Jackson, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jaren Jackson.
Bam.
I don't know, because I was watching on the way in, KD crying, talking about like playing for the Olympics. So he has like some sense of like
Oh, the Olympics was
national
awesome.
pride. The
Yeah.
Olympics was fucking amazing. Watching Steph and LeBron
That
play
was,
together, that was so
I
sick.
love the memes that were like, damn, this is what it feels like to actually root for this guy. When like, it's the first time I've been watching Steph
Yeah.
Curry with like an invested interest in him winning the games. So like watching him do what he did and like cheering every time he hit a 3.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, dude, Warriors fans, you lucky sons of bitches.
Oh yeah. Yeah, watching him, LeBron, fucking.
That was stupid.
That was
the,
sick.
The fuck, what was it? 4 in a row to end the game in the gold
Honestly-
medal game, and that one that was over Batum and fucking
Evan
two other
Fournier.
guys.
I felt like Embiid was fucking sabotaging us.
He was.
the entire Olympics.
Definitely should have been Bam.
Dickhead.
If
I don't
was-
want that anymore.
If that was Bam or Jalen Duren, they would have won.
U.S.
Wait.
born on the U.S. team.
Yeah.
That's what. That's
Jalen
all I
Duren's
wanted.
gonna be the center for the U.S. team.
Fuck yeah, I agree.
Him and
Who
Cade.
the fuck else would it be?
I mean, Jaren Jackson. He's gonna be. up
Yeah,
there
but he
for-
could be power
It's gonna
forward.
the bigs are gonna
Bam.
be
Cat.
the bigs are gonna be
Bam,
Bam,
Cat.
Jaren
No,
Jackson.
Cat plays for.
Cat plays for
Yeah,
Puerto Rico,
Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic,
Yeah.
or whatever. The big bodega.
Out.
Have you heard him?
That was funny as fuck.
Have you heard him mic'd up?
Dude,
Every
no.
time. Oh my god!
Oh, I said that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on!
dude. Embarrassing stuff.
Are you kidding?
Spice.
He just got elected NBA. Fucking what do you call it? I know the NFLPA. What's it called for the NBA?
NBA PA, bro.
Yeah.
Is it
National Basketball, probably the NBA
their
Players
player? Their
Association.
player.
Association.
Yeah, what the fuck is it called though?
Yeah, it's Players Association. Yeah.
NBA PA.
Oh,
Players
thought it was
Union.
called something. Union. There you go.
Yeah.
Elected the head of that. It was him and
I thought it was Chris Paul.
they got new election. They got new.
Embiid is?
No. I don't know.
Cat
Cat is. Cat's one of them.
That's even worse.
All right, guys, listen up. This is what we need.
guys.
We really need more nail polish in the locker rooms.
Yeah, he's trippy, man.
He's fruity.
Let's
Let's
a
go
player.
to break.
I will
Oh,
say
Chris
though,
got something to say.
I do want to quickly say though, I don't know what the hell they do to give incentive because if you're not willing to do Game 7, what can you do? These players make a stupid amount of money.
That's the
so
problem. They make
offering
too much
them,
money.
Yeah.
offering them like $750,000. They're
care.
like, oh,
Camera
cool,
break
okay,
nudes.
cool, yeah.
they
I forgot
spend
to-
that in that weekend on
Yeah,
strippers
dude.
and fucking
exactly.
Yeah.
They'll be
Camera
like,
break
thanks.
nudes.
I already went to the
Camera break
ATM,
nudes.
bro. I'm good. Like, you,
I think you gotta do-
the conference that wins gets less back-to-backs than the other conference.
Ooh,
there we go.
that makes. I like that.
Move some games around.
They would probably. That's something they'd actually fucking.
That's something they would want to do.
Maybe I don't know.
More
The
televised
conference that
games.
wins gets more rest games for their stars.
More hall passes for the.
Yeah.
More seats for the B team.
Yeah. More seats for your strippers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zion, all of a sudden, Zion's going
goes for
hard.
140.
Zion's in the best shape
Zion
of his
goes
life.
for 145. He's got the whole brothel on wood.
He's fucking yamming on Wemby, ripping the rim
He's
off.
pointing to the crowd.
That'd be funny.
That's a good skit.
That is a good skit. They're cooked. They can't do it
They're
the way
cooked.
the NHL fucking knocked it out of the park that we're going to talk about when we get back. But first, Tell us about that merch.
Lady
Tell
Jane.
you about that merch.
No, wrong one.
That merch. Head on over to woodwardsports.com and get some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that. Guaranteed to turn heads. So head on over to woodwardsports.com, click that shot tab there, and get some fly new merch.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on motorsports.com. I'm joined by Smimo Rex, Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Full slate farms. What are we doing? Hut's not going to be the same. He looked horrible running today. He's just broke his fucking fibula and tibula.
Yes, come on, bro.
Brother, what do you expect?
Yeah.
That's what it's going to look like until like 2 more months. 1 more month.
It's just
today was the first running video we got. It's probably might have been his first time running.
The constantly negative fans are just.
What are we doing?
I don't know. I just hate it.
We gotta relax. We gotta relax a little bit, full slate. Just
pump the brakes.
Pump the brakes a little bit there, brother. We were cracking up during the break, just talking about because Chris did what kind of?
Yeah, so it was like a murder mystery dinner thing. Like my girl's kind of into like the murder mystery stuff, so she's never done one of those. So we went and we were at a table, and your team is like the table, so it's all people. It was other couples we didn't know. It was pretty fun. It was like an escape room, except, you're not like trapped. It's just, you're just walking around. The theme was 20s, so they was all like, wise guys, much. Listen, dames and gents. Like, they were all talking like that.
Dude, I wouldn't be able to control myself. If
I was off a couple old fashions. I was having a good time. It was a good time. We did not get it right, by the way.
Yeah.
Which made me want to do it again, because I thought it was going to be too easy, but I
want to do a
difficult.
rage room.
Me and D-Mac did one.
Yeah?
It was I actually sent Chris the videos, yeah.
I would love
that. D-Mac's a psychopath.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, we went fucking hard. I'll send the videos.
Yeah.
That was fun as hell. I got to give a shout out to the place, actually, because we never actually put the video together. They let us do it for free. Like, yeah, just give a shout out. We never even made the video.
I would definitely do a rage. I've never done one.
Xavier D with a good point. All relationships are like an escape room. Very true.
That is true.
Very true.
Good point. Anyway, we were talking about how the NBA kind of dropped the ball with the All-Star break. I do agree with the commercials. I don't enjoy Kevin Hart personally. I'm just not a big Kevin Hart guy. I respect him. He's a fucking man, making tons of money.
He was good when he first came out. Now
that was it.
His first like 2 stand-ups were hilarious.
No,
she's got no nibble.
She got no nibble.
Those were funny. But
old man falling in slow motion.
Yeah,
that's very true.
See the way my bank account is set up.
Yeah, I'm actually going through that right now.
No, that's still a valid one. That was game. That wasn't a joke. That was game.
I didn't know it was a fucking thing.
On his ass, Kev.
Pills muffin cat back blue.
Pills muffin cat back blue.
All right. Anyway, NHL's fucking. They got it.
Yeah.
4 nations.
Yep.
Under God.
Invisible.
No, 4 nations is fucking lit. USA versus Canada hockey.
Thursday.
I'm undefeated.
Starting off, again this Thursday. Mm-hmm. That's what's up for the championship.
For the championship.
Ooh boy. So
in Boston.
We got to do it again.
In Boston.
But anyway, that game starting off with 3 straight fights.
Yeah.
usually in the Olympics and whatever other, like, there's the rules, you're not allowed to fight.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to allow. I didn't know they were allowed to fight with this one.
Hey, I mean,
right off rip,
you got the Chuck brothers going out there and causing fucking mayhem. It's like,
I love those guys.
Yeah, dude, those are hockey players,
American
man.
badass.
Those are hockey fucking players right there. Like, I would give my left nut to have Brady Tkachuk on the Red Wings, but you get those two. They both won their fights. JT Miller kind of got his ass beat. But hey,
wasn't that bad.
You know, I
thought the first Chuck might have lost.
Matthew, no.
The second one, the one was
Brady
whooping
won
ass.
for
Yeah,
sure.
Brady is whooping ass.
But JT Miller got his ass beat. But he went up against a much bigger guy. But Charlie McAvoy was laying people out left and right on the ice. He had a stat in the first period. It was like 4 hits. It was like 2 on McDavid, 2 on Crosby.
Dude,
that's
fucking
badass.
Who rocked McDavid?
That was Charlie McAvoy.
My God.
Yeah. Put him in a fucking blender and then
Clotheslined
fucking
him,
shoved his head in the ice.
Dog, that shit was
Dude,
awesome.
It was just American badassery. Like, they went into fucking Montreal and shoved those nerdy, stupid, skillful ass fucking soft Canadians into a locker.
Skillful.
Like,
we're just like,
dude, just absolutely smashing them. Obviously, Dylan Larkin with the game-winning goal. He had 2 points in it. Gunsel had 2 goals in it. Hellebuck played out of his mind. It was just a great overall performance by the Americans, but they got to go out there and they got to do it again now. Thursday,
yeah,
all the marbles in Boston. You got these guys are going to kill. McCarr's probably going to be healthy. Hopefully, Matty Tkachuk's healthy. He shakes off what he's dealing with.
Yeah, that sucks.
They're going to go out there. This is going to be a fucking war, dude. But I am not worried at all. Because did you see the Canadians gave up 3 goals to the Finns? Binnington fucking sucks, dude. We are going to put pressure. We are going to score goals. Hellebuck is infinitely better
Michigan-born
than Binnington, and that is so important. Our defensive core is better than their defensive core, even if they have Cale Makar. And I have so much faith in this USA team, how they're playing, the way that locker room is, the way the team is built. They're gonna go out there. They're gonna take care of business. I need the captain. Poppy, I need you to go out there and put one in the back of the net. Like, this is a guy that is one of the most prolific goal scorers the NHL has ever seen. He always shrivels in the face of the heat of competition. I need Austin Matthews to go out there and put at least 1 goal in the back of the net for Team USA in Boston. Oh, dude, can you imagine how hard Freebird's going to hit in Boston? I would go there.
It was a fucking movie, bro. Like, this is 4 Nations is it. Like, you had the little friendly rivalry between us and Canada, but to start it off with the booing again, which I don't give a fuck your political. I just don't like it. I don't care. Like, we don't. Other Americans don't let Americans fucking boo the national anthem.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
we're not
throwing
gonna
all these words at me, and I don't understand them, so I'm going to take them as disrespect.
Exactly. Like, again, we don't even let the Americans fucking boo that shit. We're definitely not going to let the soft-ass Canadians do it, for God's sake. Fuck that. So right off rip, you get the fights, the rivalry game, and like you said, the skillful guys, and then we just fucking Americaned it up, dude.
Yep.
Just rough, gritty, just smash mouth hockey.
That's what it used to be. Like, that's what the Canadians have done to USA for the past 15 years. Is go out there and bully the fuck out of them and just be better. They've been kicking their ass, more physical, hitting them, and the Americans really haven't been able to kind of, show them that side over the past 15 years of international competition. This year they went out there and they were the aggressors. They were the angry team. They were laying the big hits. They were beating the shit out of people. And you're going to have fucking kids locked into ice caves in the Northern Territories learning how to be goalies because they were fucking they got nobody. They don't have a good goalie from Canada.
Shout out to Dylan Larkin for keeping them that break too, because I remember earlier he passed it and the guy missed it.
Yeah.
Larkin said, "Fuck it, I'm taking this shit."
That was a snipe.
Off a Crosby turnover too.
Yeah.
For a Red Wings fan, what more could you want? Come on, Nick. You enjoyed it more than me. You've been a hockey fan longer.
I don't think anybody can enjoy it more than anybody. I think every fucking proud damn American
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
I was never more happy. Saturday night, I was with all my buddies. We were a little juiced up. We were getting ready for this one, fellas. And watching the start of that game with all of, some of my closest friends that, it's just... Drinks were flowing, of course.
Juices
the blood,
going.
The juices were flowing, and then boom, Tkachuk goes off the rip. Boom, Brady goes second. Boom, 9 seconds in, 3 fights, dude. I don't think there's ever been more energy in the basement that we were flowing in. We were ready to start fighting each other. We were like ready to throw down. This was so much fun to watch, and the fact that Dylan Larkin was the best kid on the ice. in that second period, I mean, I think he's the reason they won this game flat out.
He had the game-winning
goal. He's the one that got the assist on that last goal. I thought the Johnny Gaudreau jersey should have gone to Larkin.
Yeah.
They went to
Gunsel. Yeah,
went to Gunsel. I thought it should have gone to Larkin.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
And that might be a little biased, but I don't know.
First game in Finland, I feel like he barely played.
Yeah.
And then this one, he played all game. And I feel like it was the defensive side of it a lot more.
Yeah, he's one of the best two-way forwards in the league, and you really saw it. He's out there on all the PKs for Team USA, and you saw his playmaking. With that assist, even though it was an empty netter, he still, had to avoid some of the fastest dudes in the league, some of the biggest bodies in the league, and get that pass over there. And then just an absolute snipe on the breakaway. So I was really happy to see Larkin because that dude plays hockey, dude. He's always so fired up. He's so happy out there.
Yeah.
And this is the biggest goal in Dylan Larkin's hockey career.
I can't wait to see him versus Raymond tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Oh, they scrap. I'd like to see them drop the gloves.
Dude, I want them to
Let them
scrap.
drop the gloves. Let them drop the gloves. No, but
who did Raymond get into it with last year at practice?
Ben Sherratt.
Ben Sherratt, that's right.
And then he went on a fucking tear after it.
Yeah, so maybe.
So
maybe
speaking of our resident fucking syrup drinker, Chris, how are you feeling?
Whoa. I do not like that type
resident fucking moose hugger.
Blood motherfucker.
Protein eating mother.
Goddamn leaf licker. How are you
bagging
feeling?
your milk? No. That's the nastiest thing, dog. Bagging milk, I will never.
Yeah, bagged milk.
Bagging milk's crazy.
That's terrible.
No, but dude,
it's just go across the board, poke
this
holes.
Is great stuff. The Russians need to be here. Like
they got the beers right.
The Russians should for sure be in this tournament.
Yeah, because I thought it's not even like a political thing either. Because this is the NHL.
Yeah, I mean it's because of Putin, but that's not their fault. You like having this four nations face off and having Finland instead of Russia is ridiculous. It should have been the 5 or the 6 nations, and you should have included Russia and Germany, I think. But
of course,
whatever.
Cider.
Yeah,
the big German dude. He's like the best one.
Yeah, probably.
Sound Kayak. They aren't booing American players or America at all. They're booing the Mango Mussolini for threatening their sovereignty. They're a proud nation. I promise you. I don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
The Mango Mussolini wasn't there. There's no purpose to be booing that.
Yeah,
They are booing the players in the nation
America
because that's what's being represented there, not fucking Mango Mussolini.
Yep.
Don't care. Disrespectful. And we're not gonna take it from Canadians of all people.
Do you guys think
definitely not taking
Boston
it from fucking Canadians.
Pussies?
Do you guys think Boston would have booed the Canadian anthem?
If I think Boston is, I do.
Now I think it's retaliation at this point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I mean,
they
I
wouldn't
don't
have
think they
done it
will.
unprovoked. No, but I think if anybody's gonna boo the Canadian national anthem, it'll be Boston. They're looking for a reason to be racist.
Go tomato your local Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Dunkin' all week.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Dunkin' Donuts. Well, I don't know because that's another country now too.
Yeah.
You've been there lately? Dunkin' Donuts.
Why was he so confused?
I'm just saying. Every time I go, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a Michigan thing. I don't know.
No, I know.
That was fire.
I'm being serious.
No, you're fucking right.
Welcome to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm sorry.
Oh God, Birmingham roast all week. Oh God.
Would you like to tell us about Lady Jane's?
Yeah. That was a good one. I knew exactly what you're talking about. Lady Jane's haircuts for men. Stop in, sit back, relax, get a hot lather neck shave, a hot towel treatment, and a scalp massage, or just an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, American company. Where Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome. I almost said we were...
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? It's from Octopi experts Woodward Sports.
Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where anyone can feel comfortable and get a full-body workout in 30 minutes to a 30-minute circuit. All memberships include fitness training. Get all that for just $15 a month, or upgrade to the Black Card. Get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Shout out to those. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Smash that like button. Appreciate it. Mean the world to us. I'm Easy. That's Spin More Racks. Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff. The Dole Spoon, they already confirmed moving to 8 teams after the 2028 Olympics.
Cool.
Why? So they're not doing it next year then?
It's probably going to be
4
us,
years.
Canada, the Swiss, the Finns, the Russians, the Czechs.
Boom. Leave it there.
That's 6.
Oh, fuck.
Probably Germany.
Those other teams don't even have a chance then.
Maybe Slovenia. Yeah, but that's the best part. Because what if they do win?
Because to be honest with you, I don't like watching a blowout hockey game. I'd rather it be close. Because I'm like...
Yeah, every breakaway, yeah.
Like the Canadian game was a lot more... Well, obviously, for many reasons, a lot more fun. But also, like, when we were blowing out Finland after, like, we were up 5-1, I was like, all right. Well.
Yeah.
What do you guys think the boys come out and play, like, tonight? After already... we already have the championship game.
Yeah, they're going to go out there. They want to be... these are a lot of guys that they play with. These are guys that they're on teams with or they play against a lot. So I think they'll go out there and they'll take care of business.
They got a good goaltender, too, don't they?
Yep.
So it should be a good game. I'll say 5-2. Is that crazy?
No.
5-2 USA. What do you got, Nick?
I got a little bit closer. I got 4-3 USA.
You?
I think it's just human nature because you're already in the championship.
I got 3-1.
I think they'll play hard, but I think that is maybe a little bit of a letdown spot.
3-1 USA.
What's wrong with the show? How come hockey they never really disclose what the hell's going on with these injuries?
That's just hockey.
It's like
that's just hockey. They just say upper body or lower body injury, and
yeah, literally.
That's what I mean. It's just what they do. Because they'll be back in fucking 3 days. Like,
was it Soderblom? You thought it was a broken jaw?
Yeah,
like body, upper
lower
body.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
Yeah, that's just what they do in hockey because they play through it and they don't want to be like, yeah, he's got a torn ACL, but he's playing through it. They say lower body injury.
Well, Canadian ballet isn't ballet. They had the best strip clubs back when I was 19.
I went to Canada once, like to go drink and stuff like that, and I got into a fight. With these kids that were talking shit to my friend. We were standing outside of this bar, long ass line, like $50 cover. I was like, dude, let's just fucking, hey, Mr. Somebody, and fucking drink in my basement. Like, we went right back. Didn't even go inside the bar.
I heard the strip clubs are bottomless.
Yeah, full nude.
You went?
No, but that's just
what they say.
Knowledge. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd enjoy that.
What?
Have some beef,
some
beef
meat
flaps
curtains,
out there.
yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed, but like they don't look the
I've
same.
heard some wild stories.
How those interviews go? You got all right? Drop them.
Yeah, let's see what you're working with here.
Yeah, what kind you got?
Yeah,
I don't know.
All right,
because they're all different. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
All different shapes and sizes.
Whatever. Not opposed. Shout out to Larkin for putting on for Detroit and Team USA. Who's our goalie play for?
The Jets.
The who?
The Jets. Winnipeg.
Oh. I'm saying I want to get him.
He's one of the best goalies in the league.
Michigan-born man.
Yeah.
He want to come play for his hometown team. You never know. Do you want to go break to go extra time with these mock drafts?
Yeah, I still have no idea what these are.
So this is a collection of mock drafts around the world and who the Detroit Lions are taking. I want to get some of your reactions, maybe some grades, however you guys want to do it. We'll talk about it during the break. But first, tell us about Les Stanford Chevrolet.
Les Stanford. Les Stanford sign and drive sale. Get a 2024 Envision for only $239 per month, or the 2025 Sierra Crew Cab Elevation for $249 per month. Don't forget about the 2025 Hummer EV SUV for only $789 per month. Zero security deposit, zero do-it signing, zero first payment, zero acquisition fee. Get to Les Stanford today and check out their massive inventory at the sign and drive sale. Les Stanford Buick GMC, LesStanford.com.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is where it's at, guys. Make sure you find one near you by visiting Sorokis.com. I personally recommend the Hot Honey Biscuits. They're amazing. Probably my favorite. They also got 7 different signature flavored wings that are actually limited time offer right now. Head to Sorokis.com. Find one near you. Get some in your belly. Let me know how you feel.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. That came out weird. Smash the like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. I'm Easy. Spin my racks. Young Chris. Nicholas Koloff. Put that meat in your belly. God damn it. Shout out to Pride Detroit. Super nerds when it comes to Detroit Lions content.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it was Eric Schlitt who gathered all the Detroit Lions selections and some of the latest mock drafts. So we'll go over some of these options. You guys let me know how you're thinking, all right?
All right.
Let's start with Ian Valentino, the 33rd team. Drafts Trey Harris, wide receiver out of Mississippi. Says the loss of Ben Johnson could be the most defining offseason move of the entire league if the Detroit Lions don't properly adjust. Getting more talent along the offense might not be the team's top priority, but the struggles landing a true partner for Aiden Hutchinson won't be easier when they pick this late in the round. Instead, getting a more consistent number 2 receiver that offers Jared Goff another excellent option who creates after the catch can raise the unit's floor and hedges against Jameson Williams disappearing. That's Trey Harris, wide receiver out of Mississippi. How you grading that? How you feeling about that?
That's a D. Like, what the fuck? What are we doing here? The Lions don't need a receiver. I'm so sick of seeing this shit.
I'm not going to.
Stephon
So
Diggs,
quit asking.
Trey Harris, no. The Lions need defense, and the Lions need offensive line depth. That's what they're going. No.
This would be worse than, like, bigger surprise than any Jack Campbell, any Jahmyr Gibbs. There's not a chance they go wide receiver in the first round. And one thing that you read specifically within this draft, Easy, said that it's hard to get that edge rusher picking that late in the first. The Detroit Lions will not be picking that late in the first. I promise you that. If Brad Holmes has his eye on somebody, he's going to go up and get him.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm just convinced at this point. Brad Holmes has a history of trading up, particularly in the first round, for getting the prospect that he likes. So I just see that as a move. I don't like this at all. I'm a little more like open to it probably than you guys are getting a receiver, because I do think a receiver is a good thing to get, but I wouldn't get in the first round. That first round, dude, you just gotta go edge. I know he doesn't do that. I know he takes BPA, but it's just such a glaring need, and it's the only need. Just do it. Mm-hmm. Just do it. I don't care about anything else.
My thing is, how does Jameson Williams have easily his best career, because he obviously didn't produce much the first 2, but 1,000-yard wide receiver. We had 7 touchdowns just through the air.
Missed 2 games.
and then you're kind of calling them out. Like, what do you?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
like,
the part I didn't like.
Why we don't need a wide receiver 2? Our wide receiver 2 literally just emerged. And if anything, me personally, this offense, as you said, Spinny, give me offensive line depth because we need to be running and running and running. Like you said, like you stole something from J.C. Penney.
We don't need any more weapons. We don't. Like, I mean, it's always good. And I think, like you guys know, I stand by the philosophy that you should draft a wide receiver every single year of the draft. Not in the fucking first round where the Lions are right now. Not a chance.
Yeah.
No, this is awful. Awful.
And to be honest with you, this kid's not even like on my radar.
No.
as a prospect, I'm like gooning over, fawning over, whatever phrase you'd like to use.
Yeah.
I'm not a who's ever talking about Trey Harris. Let's be real about it. I mean, I get you're picking 28.
He's got to be a big guy. He's not a big guy.
I just also think too we have a tight end who put up historic rookie numbers and then did not have a good year last year, and I don't think that was anything on his part. I think that was the emergence of Jamison Williams. So I think between that and signing Tim Patrick, like these moves have shown that they can get that production on the margins. They don't need to go out and get it. They have everything from within. So
Trey Harris, 6'3", 210, has had starting in 2022. 65 catches for 930 yards, 10 touchdowns, 54 catches for 985 yards, 8 touchdowns, 60 catches for 1,030 yards, 7 touchdowns. So, damn good career, but no, we don't. No. Okay, who's next?
Well, my computer's actually fucking frozen. I'm ready to throw this thing across the fucking stage.
Don't do that.
We're back. Second pick. Still a little frozen. Looks like an offensive lineman here.
You want to send me the link?
I can't do anything. It's just
Pod posted it.
Not doing nothing right now.
Did Pride of Detroit post it?
Yeah, Pride of Detroit posted it.
I got one right here if we need a quick audible.
Go ahead.
All right, this is via Tankathon, fellas. We got 3 days ago this was updated. And at 28, the Detroit Lions take edge. Texas A&M, Nick Scorton.
I'm hurting for a Scorton,
What do
baby.
you guys think about Scorton? What are you guys' first thoughts on that?
Me personally, I'm not like I would grade that. I know a lot of people have him as like a second round grade right now. A lot of people say he's coming out. At pick 28, you're basically picking the second round. I'm in like the B plus area.
Yeah, I would love that.
I like Nick Scorton a lot. He produced fairly well with another great defensive line teammate on the edge with Shamar Stewart there. Obviously, we have Aiden Hutchinson, Aleem McNeil. He's a big body guy. I think he's like 6'4", 280. You know, I know we like some of those tweeners. Might be a little different philosophy now that we have Kelvin Shepard there, but we know Dan Campbell wanted a lot of the same stuff. He was out forth and talking about that. I love Nick Scorton. I like him and Shamar Stewart. I think that Shamar Stewart is – I'd probably have both those guys in my top 5 when it comes to edge rushers in this draft class, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I would love that. That would be a great move. Like he's a guy that can fit perfectly opposite Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah, that'd be an A for me.
I did not know much about Nick Scorton. I didn't know he came from Purdue. Shout out, former Boilermaker. Yeah, in 37 career games, this guy has 31 TFLs and 17 sacks. The production's there, 6'4", 280, big body that you guys talk about that Brad Holmes loves going on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson. So, yeah, I'm definitely down for this. He was ranked the #1 edge transfer going into this season, and, of course, A&M got him because they drop bank when it comes to recruiting and definitely the transfer portal. Nick Scorton, edge, 6'4", 280. Chris, you passing this?
No, this is an A. And I'm not delved into the rookies yet. I'm not in the draft class, full disclosure. But this is an A just off of what I just said last time. Like, I don't care, just get a good edge, and that's what I want to see. I like what I'm hearing. So I'm all in on it. But again, just the move itself will get me like an A-, B+. Just getting an edge will get me will get me there.
All right, next one we got here. This is from Thor Nystrom. His name's Thor. That's from
kind of dope.
Fantasy Life. That is pretty sweet. He has the Detroit Lions taking Tyler Booker, offensive guard out of Alabama. He says, the Lions need help at offensive guard if Kevin Zeitler doesn't return. A non-enviable combo of Graham Glasgow and Christian Mahogany is their projected starting duo. Booker would provide an instant upgrade. He is an exciting guard prospect with a high ceiling. Booker, who declared following his true junior season, has a made-in-the-lab frame, and he plays with great leverage. So how would you feel about Tyler Booker, offensive guard out of Alabama?
I'm here for it. I know a lot of people, and I know me personally. Last year, we were talking about like drafting guards this early. And I was kind of tripping out about it. Like, what are you guys talking about? No, No, I'm good, straight. Like, make that move in the 3rd round. And they went ahead in the 6th round. They grabbed Christian Mahogany, who looks like he's going to be an absolute stud for the Detroit Lions moving forward. I am of that belief when it comes to guard, receiver, maybe even running back. I think a lot of those guys can wait till later, unless you have, obviously, Jahmyr Gibbs sitting right in front of you. But in this situation, we're kind of stacked as like a roster. Like, it's depth at this point, and maybe even beyond depth, because I don't know how long Kevin Zeitler's going to be here. You're going to need to make that move here pretty soon regardless. Maybe you're looking at Frank Ragnow's future too. I want to be mad if you're making a first-round investment in the offensive line. I think without Ben Johnson, you need that offensive line, both for those running backs and for Jared Goff. I'm all for it.
Yeah, when you look at best available or best player available, where the Detroit Lions are going to be drafting in those late 20s, if they decide to draft there, you're going to see a lot of interior offensive linemen. And I think that is an important part that they need to beef up. I don't think Colby Sorsdale is what you expected him to be. Zeitler's a free agent. Yode's a free agent. You've got Mahogany. You hit on Mahogany. That's great. Who knows what's going on with Graham Glasgow and with Frank Ragnow? They're obviously both going to be here next year more than likely, unless they decide to cut Graham, but they probably won't do that. But Frank, I know everybody's like, oh, Frank said he feels better than he ever has in his entire life at the end of the season. That's great. He also said he will never play for another offensive line coach other than Hank Fraley. So if Hank Fraley decides to leave, you can kiss Frank Ragnow goodbye. So you do need to get some backups in there. You do need to get some depth in there. And this is the draft where I think you start to reload your trenches. And that is a piece that they can use, whether it's an interior, whether it's a center, whether it's a guard. It doesn't really matter. They'll play both. Yeah, drafting a big dude out of Alabama sounds pretty good to me.
And to be honest with you, there's one we talked about defensive line, maybe being Brad Holmes' like weak spot. I think offensive line is probably his strongest.
Yes,
so far.
A lot of those guys were
outside of Colby Sorsdale. What were you gonna say?
I mean, Penei Sewell fell to him.
Yeah, Penei Sewell fell to him.
What else?
Mahogany. You picked up Zeitler on free agency.
Yeah, Mahogany was a great one. I think the book's still out. I'm gonna go B- here because of that Manu pick. We just haven't seen it yet, so it's kind of an incomplete. But I think just you saw what happened in the biggest game of the year. It was the Super Bowl, and the Eagles' defensive line just completely took out an elite quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. And I think you definitely need to upgrade this defensive line. And I don't know if you can wait until the 2nd round. I think you have a better shot at hitting on an offensive guard in the 2nd round compared to a defensive lineman in the 2nd round, which we've seen him go with Pascal and with Levi in the 2nd round. I think you got to go 1st-round D-line here, personally.
A couple comments from Woodward Sports chat. Denver Blair says, I said guards and edge. So, yes, Anakin, Sky Ogres. I remember I used to think that said Sky Orgy.
Yeah.
Anakin Sky Orgy says, not that early. Hey, yo. Super Bowl Gardier asks if we're going to do a 1st-round mock draft soon. Probably closer to March or whenever you're – I mean, we'll discuss it.
Yeah.
But I'm down. Yeah. I'm totally fine with it. To the point where you're talking about, like, we need to grab defense, I don't necessarily think you guys are wrong, but I just know how this man drafts. It's going to be BPA.
Mm-hmm.
And if he values this guy as a guard over the 5th or 6th best edge rusher, he's going to take the best guard.
And it's not a crazy thought to have. Like, sitting at 28 or sitting around those late 20s, that interior offensive line is probably the 3 best players remaining are probably all going to be interior offensive linemen. This is where we saw Graham Barton go. This is where we saw those other guys go last year. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Chris?
Yeah, I like it. I like it even more, obviously, if you pull a trigger on a big, say, Myles Garrett move. This is a home run. But I like this move. I like this move because I think this is the only argument you can make outside of drafting a defensive lineman is an offensive lineman, because that is what our team is. Our team is led by our offense, and you're asking our defense to be good enough. Mm-hmm. That's what the formula has been. This whole regime, this whole franchise is built around offense first, defense. Can you be good enough? So I'm not opposed to keeping a strength to strength. And you saw it start to crumple last year. So I think it's very important to keep that.
5 of these mock drafts have us grabbing those guards too. By the way, just offensive linemen.
Yeah, there was a lot of offensive linemen in there. Field Yates had us taking an offensive lineman as well. Another one here from our guy Russell Brown.
Shout out
from Russell Brown from Fantasy Pros.
Let's go.
Shout out.
He has the Detroit Lions the 1st round taking Walter Nolan, defensive tackle out of Mississippi. Despite having a ton of depth on their defensive line, the injuries prevented this group from taking off last season. As the Lions head into the offseason, they can look to revamp their defensive line. Adding a player such as Walter Nolan would certainly help that. He's an explosive athlete that provides the Lions with plenty of versatility. He'll need to become more consistent with his hands, but he should provide Detroit with a spark in multiple spots up front. That is our guy, Russell Brown. And
shout out.
I'm going to check this guy's size real quick.
6'3", 305 pounds.
I was just about to say, he's got to be a big boy.
Yeah. Listen, if I'm doing positions, I'm picking defensive line. BPA is how Brad's going to go. But, yeah, give me somebody along that defensive line. I don't necessarily – I want to go edge like directly just because you have two defensive linemen. They're phenomenal. But if you're talking about building that depth, especially after an injury-riddled season, sure, go grab another depth piece. Guys who sit behind these guys. But DJ Reader, they're going to start a lot of games for you this year, knock on wood. The edge is where I want to go. Go get Aiden Hutchinson's other partner. I don't necessarily think Davenport was a miss, but if he's going to stay injured as often as he is, kind of is.
Yeah.
He can be good when he's healthy, but you got to be available to be healthy, to be good, I should say. Best ability is availability. Struggled over 15 words in those sentences. But, yeah, I'm cool with this. And I like Russ Brown.
Yeah.
A lot of these names, per se, I would have to do, more homework on.
Oh, yeah. We're going to dive into those. Here's one that we all know.
Who?
Here's a name that we all know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different analysts have the Detroit Lions mocked to take in the first round. Jack Sawyer, edge, Ohio State. The quote here is from Ryan McChrystal of Sharp Football Analysis. He says, the injury to Aiden Hutchinson exposed the Lions' lack of depth. With Marcus Davenport hitting free agency, adding a cheaper rookie contract to the mix is probably a necessity. Ohio State's Jack Sawyer and JT Tuimoloau both seem to be the type of physical players Dan Campbell would appreciate. So 6 different guys have us taking Jack Sawyer. Nick,
crazy.
How do you feel?
I don't love it, but I think he's more of just like a, kind of energy guy. I don't know if he really, it never really popped out to me until the last games of his career, to be honest, as Jack Sawyer. I thought he was underwhelming throughout his entire college career besides the last few games. So are you buying that that's the type of player you're getting, or are you going to buy into the production that he put up his entire career? Which one are you more on the side of, Spencer?
I think I don't think he is this complete difference maker, game wrecker.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't think he'll be a top 15 pick. If he was a Nick Bosa or a Chase Young or what those guys showed they were at Ohio State, he'd be a top 10 pick. I think he's accurately leveraged to where they think he's going to go in the draft, and I think that's because he could be a really good number 2. He could be a guy that could beat you one-on-ones. He can be a guy that is big and physical and can play in the run game a little bit. So I think he'd be a good number 2. I don't think he's a game breaker, but I don't know if you're going to find a game breaker at 28.
Jack Sawyer's a second-round pick, straight up.
Yeah.
I guess, again, I said it earlier, at pick 28, you're kind of leaning towards that second round anyway. If you think he's the best edge at that point, go ahead and grab him. But, it doesn't excite me, I should say. I think he is a guy that's more likely going to take on blocks. I think he's kind of boxy. I don't think he's quite bendy. Just from what I watched, good sack numbers. But then you go, if you want to look up these games by sack or just watch these actual sacks, there's 6 of them that are just unblocked. So yeah, the numbers are gaudy. But if you're not being blocked at all on a great defensive line, by the way, because there's another stud on there too.
JT Tuimoloau.
You're gonna, that's what it's gonna look like for you. I don't think he's a bad football player. I don't think he's a first-round pick, I guess is what I'm saying.
My only pushback to you, Easy, would be, don't you think that this Detroit Lions defensive line is a solid edge away? Like you talked about him being, kind of the benefit of a great defensive line. Being next to a healthy Hutch, arguably the defensive player of the year, on top of Aleem and Reader. That sounds like a position where he could be put in to succeed. So yeah. I'm not all the way mad at it. I get that he might not have the highest upside, but this sounds like a guy that can have the positions, or that could be put in a position here in Detroit to succeed.
Chris, I think this team is so close right now, though, where you need to take that high upside swing and not go for a guy that might be more reliable.
It's like a depth piece to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you can go high upside here, fellas, are you going to do it?
You absolutely are, and that's what Dan Campbell does. Brad Holmes, that's what Brad Holmes does. Brad Holmes doesn't draft the safe pick. Brad Holmes drafts the guys that he thinks could be the star based on their raw talent and ability. Jameson Williams, Aiden Hutchinson, Penei Sewell, Brian Branch, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jack Campbell. These are all guys that are freaks. And he went out there and he got them because he's like, all right, I can make you an all-pro. And he has for the most part.
Weezy D313 says the combo was secondary last year, not defensive line. And we had an elite defense until we got hurt. Part of that elite defense was Marcus Davenport, who was flashing for you.
Yeah, and you got
Hutch got hurt.
Zadarius Smith.
Yeah, he got Zadarius Smith.
So that is a good combo, him and Hutch.
But he's definitely,
But you got him for one more year, and he's in the back nine. Nobody will disagree with that. So we'll see. And there's two more that I want to do. Let's go to break. Read a couple more of these.
Okay.
I'm looking at two of them right now.
Around the world.
That are a little spicy, and they're from well-known guys. So one's from Trevor Sikkema, our guy. So
shout out.
I'm excited to read those two. But first, let's go to break. We tell you about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax, get an award-winning haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment, anything you need from one of our lovely, talented stylists like Alyssa. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm Easy, joined by some more action.
What up,
Chris,
though?
Nicholas Koloff. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend. It mean the world to us. If you guys want to get your comment read for damn sure, make sure to send that super chat. We'll make sure to read it for you.
Fucking huge. I look like the Red Hole.
Get off your dick, son. I just read a comment somewhere. Davenport played 2 games easy. That's correct. Good job. Davenport was the best edge Hutch ever played with. Paris Johnson was getting his shit pushed in. Yeah, that's why I say if you could, like $2 million, $4 million, yeah, I'm re-signing him.
I wouldn't go. I don't know. Forrest pushing it. I'd tell him you can sign a veteran minimum or you can go somewhere else.
At pick 28 in the draft, if you're not making a move for Miles Garrett, if you're not making a move for Max Crosby, you kind of have to, just for depth. Because you're drafting a guy at 28 or beyond that, we don't know what the fuck he's going to be. He's a complete question mark. At least we know, when healthy, that this guy's going to give you something, then give your other guy time to develop, and or if he needs a break, a rest, have the other guy come in.
These two guys that we got up next here on these mock drafts around the world, shout out to Eric Schlitt of Pride of Detroit. They do great work.
Article.
He put together everybody that's has ever made a Lions draft pick so far in this.
That's insane. It's insane.
Just an insane amount of time went into this for sure. So
it seems like a lot of you guys just copied each other because there's a lot of these where it's the same guy.
Shout out to Eric Schlitt. These ones that we talked about a little bit before break. This is one from our guy Trevor Sikkema of PFF. He has them drafting Jalen Walker edge out of Georgia. He says, Walker is a bit of a tweener prospect who isn't as big of an edge rusher, yet doesn't have the natural instincts of an off-ball linebacker, but that could all change with time. He is a young prospect who is very athletically gifted with his explosiveness to hunt mobile quarterbacks and attack the pocket. The Lions could be in on him at the back end of the first round if he was still on the board. There's something for Nick. That is a lot of high upside. That is a lot of potential. The freak athlete, the explosiveness, the raw potential. He is not the size of guys that you like to see. Brad Holmes say he's 6'2", 250, so not the biggest dude out there. Brad Holmes normally doesn't like those guys that much. But last year, he had 61 total tackles. He had 6.5 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 pass defenses. Like this guy is all over the place. And, he played on that Georgia team. He played in the SEC for a while. How do you feel about Jalen Walker?
If I'm not mistaken, I think I did watch this guy. He was actually playing linebacker, but at times they would put him at edge. I actually think this would be a brilliant move as a replacement for Derek Barnes, because after he went down, you had no other option or answer for that Sam spot.
Role, yeah.
This would be that, because he plays a lot of linebacker reps. Obviously, he can get on the line and play edge if he needs to be. I wouldn't hate this at all. I think just BPA-wise, at pick 28, I think that's a great value spot to grab a kid with this amount of upside. I think it's kind of weird that he didn't play enough edge. I think he would play the Sam spot for us, and we need that. And so I wouldn't be mad at this at all. I think the upside's there with a guy like Jalen Walker.
Nick?
Yeah, just real quick, looking at this guy's highlights, he's standing up on the edge there.
Yeah.
So this is that type of player, which we haven't really seen too much in this defense, it feels like. Former 5-star, great athlete. I'd be interested. I don't know if I'm all in, but I would definitely be intrigued. Like, okay, what are we going to do with this chess piece that we now have on our defense?
Chris?
Yeah.
I gotta push back a little bit with you, Nick. I'm usually the risk reward guy, but again, if you aren't making that Myles Garrett trade, if you aren't making that big trade, and you are committing to getting an edge or whoever you're getting with this first round pick, this guy's got to count. Like this is a very, very pivotal move that's being made right now, whether you're trading up to get somebody or just drafting somebody at your current selection. So to me, it sounds like, and I have again no research, but it sounds a little risky to me. So I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely confident in it.
I think he'd come in and play right away.
I like it.
Like, you don't have anybody at the Sam spot. That's where I think he'd be. At 6'2", 245, that's not our flavor of edge.
No.
I think he steps in the Sam spot, plays right away if you don't re-sign Derek Barnes.
And again, you got, obviously Hutchinson, Zadarius Smith, Josh Pascal. There's a rotation of guys on the defensive line that are going to play ahead of him. So if they do want to mold him into an edge rusher, you've got guys to insulate that.
Mm-hmm.
I think with that freak athleticism that he's going to, if he goes to the combine, he's going to blow up the combine. All insane RAS scores. That's something that Brad Holmes is really attracted to. So I wouldn't hate that at all.
Do you think this could be like a Nolan Smith
That's
type
exactly
player?
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking, yes.
I'm thinking Derek Barnes. Straight up.
Derek Barnes was also a fourth rounder, was he?
Speaking of which...
but I mean, like, that's where you'd see him at.
Speaking of a Derek Barnes replacement, this is a guy we've heard in the chat a couple times. This is from Dan Parr of NFL.com. Jihad Campbell. I don't want no freaking guy named Jihad playing for my Lions. Jihad Campbell, Mike Sam out of Alabama. Dan Parr here says Brad Holmes has selected at least one Crimson Tide player in each of the last 3 drafts. He extends the streak to 4 with Campbell, who can generate heat off the edge right away and play off-ball linebacker if needed down the road. Jihad Campbell, 6'3", 250. Last year at 119 total tackles, 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, an interception, and 2 pass breakups. He was one of the best players. He was the best player on Alabama's team last year, just all over the place. And this would be your Derek Barnes replacement as well.
Yeah, I think this is better than Jalen Walker.
Yeah,
to be honest with you, like Jihad Campbell, if he's there, I have no issue with it. With Brad Holmes, obviously, is cool taking linebackers in the first round. He sees it as a value, or he's just going BPA regardless. This is a Dan Campbell guy. If you go put on the tape a little bit of the highlights, he's just fucking...
Also named Campbell.
Yeah, also named Campbell. I saw a couple comments. There's no way Dan Campbell's drafting a guy named Jihad. No, Dan Campbell would love to have this man on his team. Calvin Shepard would love to have this man on his team. He is... almost a juiced up version of Malcolm's tape. If you ever watch Malcolm Rodriguez's tape at OSU, how he's just fucking everywhere, nose to the ball, no matter what type of play it is. That's this guy, but fucking a lot bigger. No offense to Malcolm. Maybe leave a little quicker.
Yeah.
I think this would be a fucking plus on our team, to be honest with you. I like Jihad Campbell a lot.
Are you guys concerned at all that this is not a defensive lineman and you're going to go back, or you're going to go 2 first-round linebackers in a total of 3 years? Or 2 years with Jack Campbell?
I guess it would depend.
Campbell?
I got faith in Brad Holmes.
It would depend who's on the board and where they're expected to be picked at. Like, I like Nick Gordon a lot. But I also know that like some people view him as a second-round guy. And so maybe Brad's like, I'll roll a dice to this guy to come back around. I'll grab him then, or move up to grab him then. If there's somebody there that's like I don't think Shamar Stewart would be there, but somebody that's like wasn't supposed to be there but might have like some off the field stuff, I would be a little bit pissed then. Like, go get that fucking edge.
There will be a lot of quality edge rushers available to you in the second round. A lot of these guys that we're talking about right now will probably be available to you in the second round. Brad Holmes can move up in the second round to get a guy that he likes. If they makes that pick, that's a guy that helps put pressure on the quarterback. So, no, I'm not. I wouldn't be mad at it at all.
So yeah, I think especially with Kelvin Shepard coming from the linebacker spot, who played all across the line too, coached all across the line. He used to also coach the edges a little bit there too before he bumped into full time like linebacker. I think this is the type of guy he would love to have to mold into that kind of exotic blitzer that you have. We'd still love the blitz. Dan Campbell talked about that too. He loves to get pressure on the quarterbacks. I think this would be that good mix-up if you kept the Marcus Davenport around too, by the way. Just another big body guy that needs a couple more people to block him. You send this guy on the edge or up the middle, like wherever from, I think this guy would be great. Just stick him after the quarterback.
And here's a guy that a lot of you are familiar with, a guy that Easy fell in love with, a guy that a lot of scouts fell in love with. And Ryan Fowler of the Draft Network, Nate Tice and Charles McLeod of Yahoo Sports, Kyle Dorvacek of NBC Sports, and Joel Klatt of Fox Sports all have the Detroit Lions taking Mike Green, edge, out of Marshall.
Mike Green.
Ryan Fowler says if there's anyone in this edge class that screams Dan Campbell type defender, Mike Green is right up at the top. He is as good as he is a pass rusher. 59 pressures and 17 sacks in 2024 with an advanced repertoire. His ability as a run defender is what moves the needle and is really underrated part of his game. Mike Green, I know everybody loves that.
Mike Green,
you're gonna have to move up to get him if you want him.
Yeah, Mike Green's going top 15. He's not making it to pick 28, in my opinion. And again, he's just not a flavor of edge rusher.
Mm-hmm. How about this guy?
Days past, though, one side real quick, Spencer.
Yes.
Of days past, are you willing to give up second round this year, second round next year to get up to 15 to go get this guy?
No.
No.
If he came at a 6'4", like if he was himself, but he was 6'4", maybe like 20 more pounds, 10 more pounds, yeah, all day. That's probably a top 10 pick at that point. Maybe even like top 5, but I don't think he's that type of package where you're like giving up assets to go and get him. If like Jared Verse, 6'4", fucking monster of a human being. Yeah, you're moving up to go get that. I think Shamar Stewart's a baby version of Jared Verse, to be honest with you. I only say baby because he has to develop in his game a little bit more. I would move up for that because I think the upside can reach that.
Yeah.
I don't think Mike Green's doing that. I think he's like a pass rush specialist.
Speaking of which,
anything. Real quick super chat from Dante151. Jihad Campbell against Michigan, 11 tackles and 1 assist.
Yeah, he flies around the field, man.
That's what I'm saying, man.
He flies around the field and he makes plays, and they would really like to use him. I would not be mad at that at all. But speaking of which, you're talking about a 6'5" guy, a playmaker. How about 6'5", 265? 5 sacks the past 3 seasons each in those stacked Georgia teams.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Williams is who Matt Holder of Bleacher Report has the Lions taking an edge out of Georgia. He says, with Zadarius Smith still on the roster for 1 more year, the Lions have some flexibility. That situation allows the front office to look at a talent like Georgia's Michael Williams, who is far from a finished product, and make him a realistic choice based purely on upside. Injuries stunted Williams' growth this year. Brad Holmes loves the injuries, but he has good traits of a prospect with his combinational size, 6'5", 265, and athleticism. Going to Detroit would be a good destination for the Georgia product since he could sit and develop behind Smith and then take over opposite Hutchinson. Williams could become exactly what the organization was hoping it would get when they signed Marcus Davenport this past offseason.
It's crazy. This kid I've saw in mock drafts, at least the ones I've been looking at, everywhere from like top 10 to 28 with us.
Yeah.
No clue what to expect. I actually have to just watch him to find out what the hell he is. But just from like the read of it, the arms. How tall is he?
6'5".
That
6'5", 270.
That sounds like a guy worth taking a risk on, to be honest with you. The tape matches the hype. That's like you hear me what I'm saying about Shamar Stewart? I think he could be of that elk. I gotta confirm it with the tape, but I like what I read about him. Nick?
You said he was dealing with injuries?
Yep,
that's Brad Holmes.
Brad Holmes
special. Should we lock it in now, boys?
Lock it in now.
Yeah, I don't know much about this guy, so I mean, it sounds like he's all there when it comes to traits, size, and he was hurt. Definitely some potential if he falls to 28 then. Brad Holmes loves that.
I think this is definitely something that Brad Holmes would do. Insane upside. Maybe going to fall because of the injuries.
I'm not going to lie, I like what I see a little bit so far.
Big body. Obviously played in the SEC, so he's doing it against the best competition.
He's got long-ass arms.
Former top 10 national recruit got compared to Rashawn Gary coming out of high school.
Yeah.
247.
He's got great effort. I'm just watching highlights. Obviously, highlights can make everybody look good, but just like the size portion that you're talking about, he's 6'5". His arms are every bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy looks like a freak.
That'd be nice. And then finally, we can go to break? We'll go to break? All right, last one.
All right.
3 guys got us picking him.
Okay.
Hayden Winks out of Underdog, Mike Randall out of FTM Fantasy, and Eddie Brown out of the San Diego Union Tribune. Derek Harmon, defensive tackle out of Oregon, obviously the former Michigan State Spartan. He says the Lions made things work in a pinch, but the volume of injuries on their interior was staggering last year, and Levi Onwuzurike is headed into free agency. With so few holes on the roster, I'll be keeping close tabs on which free agents they let walk next month, but Derek Harmon could fill in for Levi Onwuzurike immediately. Hayden Winks.
You could be more qualified to talk about that than myself. You watch him play at State.
I mean, yeah, that's what he does. He gets to the quarterback from the interior defensive line. I would not be mad about Derek Harmon, but I don't think he's a first-round pick. I don't think he's a complete player, and he has dealt with injuries as well. Again, maybe that's what makes Brad want him, but if they get him in the first round, yeah, I wouldn't be mad.
Brad gets all hot and heavy when he starts reading some guys' injuries.
Yeah.
It's like, Well, skiers and snowboarders, get ready to send it on a 14-foot drop-in ramp with 3 custom features at Jars Utica parking lot. $8,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Are you in? Drop in, cash out. The format's jam-style competition judged by 3 guest pros. Cash prizes, again, $8,000. Best rider overall and cash for tricks. Go to jarscannabis.com/realjam. Sign up.
Cash for tricks.
Huh?
Cash for tricks, huh?
Cash for tricks. Limited to 50 participants. Lock in your spot today. And for the crowd, this event isn't just for the competitors. Spectators are welcome for the shesh. Join free to attend. But food trucks and free food come to Jars purchases. A live DJ, vendors, giveaways, raffles, and more in-store promotions at Jars Cannabis February 22nd.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Darnell, and welcome to World Heavyweights. Thank you guys for sitting here rocking with us. I'm Easy, joined by Smell Reaction. I'm Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash that like button, man. Be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. That Michael Williams one, I typed in the name, quick little Twitter search. Obviously, they're highlights, but yeah. Because, like, dude, I know not everybody's in love with Shamar Stewart, but I think the name and the stats. But you watch the tape, I think it makes all the sense in the world. Michael Williams. Not watch tape. This is obviously just highlights, but everything you're reading about it sounds great.
Yeah.
Fucking go give me that. I mean, that's a guy that, like, I think Shamar is probably going to go top 20.
Give me that.
I should have got that.
I don't think we have a chance at it. I think Mike Green probably goes a little bit earlier, too. Also, not our side, not the type of guy we go for. This is a guy we go for. And with the injuries, this is a guy that could fall. I think I'll fall on this one because it feels more realistic. His arms are fucking... You're not getting to this guy's chest.
No. He's a big dude. And we know Brad likes him big.
Yeah, he's got there's one play. It's a run play. There's literally two guys coming at it. He just fucking grabs him. Boom, boom. And then he chases down the running back after doing that, after shedding 2 blocks. I mean, that's sexy.
Sexy.
I mean, that alongside Ian Hutchinson and Lee McNeil, come on now.
Danger.
Danger.
I'm all for it. And like I said, this is a guy that fits what Brad Holmes likes. Obviously, the injuries are there. Obviously, the upside of what he can be, the potential is there. He is a big swing for the fences kind of guy when you look at the raw potential of the prospects that he drafts. And he'll be pretty insulated on this Detroit Lions defensive line going forward to where he doesn't have to step in and make an immediate impact, but he can. So, yeah.
Can't.
I would
Sound Kayaks is Kenneth Grant if he's there at pick 28. I'm here for that. I'm down for that. I don't know if I said this publicly. I know we have in our group chat. I said that Kenneth Grant might have a better career than Graham.
Yeah.
And I know you guys give me shit for it. I finally just saw someone else post it. I don't know his fucking name. He's from Underdog in bootleg football.
I mean, I don't hate it. Kenneth Grant's a monster, dude.
Mason Graham is a fucking...
I think Mason Graham would be great against the run. Great against, like, commanding human beings. I think Kenneth Grant can get after when it comes to, like, getting to the quarterback.
It's like Aaron Donald to Chris Jones.
Yeah, just different guys. Just different. Like, they're both good football players. I'm not saying Graham's going to be bad at all. I just think with getting to the fucking quarterback, getting in the quarterback's face, making him sweat a little bit, I think Kenneth Grant is that more than Graham. But we'll see. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
If Mason still be good player. Falls, dude,
he's not going to fall.
If he does.
Grant or Graham?
If Easy's grading him.
Mason Graham's going to be a top 5.
No, yeah, he'll be top 10. Maybe top 5.
We'll see.
We shall
I think
see.
Graham's going to be a great pro.
Shift God, OTC, trade up. I'm down, but if you're trading up, go get fucking Myles Garrett, dude.
Yeah, if you're going to trade up in the draft, you might as well trade those assets.
If you're giving
to
up
get Myles
assets,
Garrett.
we're not doing it for question marks. Love Terran Arnold, and there's still I'm not grading anybody as a complete pick until year 3. But he gave up assets to go get Terran Arnold, and he struggled at times. I'm not giving up assets anymore. If I give up assets and go get a Hall of Famer, I'm doing that. Just let's put it to you that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rookie can become that, sure, but like
we're winning. We want to win now.
Yes.
Give me a piece that if you're trading your assets already, because I know you guys don't want Brad Holmes to give up any draft picks, even though he has every single year. Literally every year he's giving up draft picks.
We traded a 3rd round pick to draft Giovanni Manu.
Yeah.
In the 4th round.
But no, we can't do that. Why we give up?
We
a 5th?
Traded a 3rd round pick to move up in the 4th.
I would like to see them go after a established piece if they're going to be trading.
And to be honest with you, like I'm fading out the Myles Garrett stuff just a little bit. I mean, I obviously would love for it to happen.
No,
I think Max Crosby's where you're. If that situation progresses, that's probably what's going down.
I would be extremely surprised if either of those happen.
I read again this weekend. Someone said, like, don't forget Brad made the call last year. It's like for everyone saying, "Oh, you're not gonna do it." He fucking called for it.
He wants to.
He asked for it.
But you have to be fair.
And you're just doing your job at that point.
Yeah.
Spinny, you asked. What do you think, Chris?
I was just saying it's malfeasance if you don't call.
Yep. I agree. Spinny, you asked.
I asked what?
What size am I? I'm just kidding. You asked. Is Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams the best wide receiver duo in the NFL?
Yeah, I did ask that.
Why come? Are you saying they're the best wide receiver duo in the NFL?
I think Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams are the best wide receiver duo.
Wow.
When you look at Amon-Ra St. Brown and what he's done the past years, 2 times in a row now, first team All-Pro. Leads, top 5 in receptions, yards, and touchdowns the past 2 years now. This guy is clinical. He is there every year. He will not go away. And he is one of the best route runners in the NFL. He has the best hands in the NFL. Jameson Williams is something that only 2 teams in the league have. Jameson Williams is a special talent in this league. What he can do in terms of turning out a defense, what he can do in terms of making defensive coordinators game plan against him is something only a handful of players have in this league. He is the fastest player in the NFL. He is one of the most explosive talents in the NFL. When he gets the ball in his hands, you're on the edge of your seat every time. He is now proven as a 1,000-yard receiver without 2 games of action. Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown, I believe, are the best wide receiver duo in the NFL, and they show up when they need it the most. They show up in the biggest games. They go out there and they take care of business. I think these guys are going to be a problem next year, and now we're seeing Jared Goff in a complete rhythm with both of them. He's obviously been in total control with him and Amon-Ra St. Brown. With their chemistry has always been there. We saw him and Jameson Williams develop that chemistry last year. It's been awesome.
I think, to be honest, there's only 3 others in the conversation, and one of them might be departing this year.
T. Higgins gone.
Yeah, T. Higgins and Chase break up. That's, for me, that's number 1. If that's gone though, yeah, it's between
Philly.
It's between us. Yeah, the three-team race. It's Philly with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
The other one I'd say, honestly, and I know it's Nick's team and we hate them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
No, you got to put them up there for sure.
Would you guys look at Miami possibly as well? That's one that I thought of with Waddle.
I
and Hill,
would, but
Tyreek's gone.
Even when Tua came back, Tyreek was kind of downturn, or I don't know if they're just calling the plays different.
Hey, fins up, fellas. Got to throw some respect.
Tyreek doesn't want to be. He might not.
They tried to work in the middle of the field a lot more this year than I used to just be like, Tyreek's down there, fuck it. I think they need to either go back to that or Tyreek can't do it no more. I don't know what it was this year, but he kind of taken a step back a little bit.
I would put Houston over Miami.
Yeah.
Nico Collins and Tank Dell. I'll put that over Tyreek and Waddle.
They're saying they don't know if Tank Dell's ever coming back.
No way, really?
His leg was that far. He tore like everything.
Oh, man. Well, I guess he was never the same.
Nico and Stephon Diggs.
Stephon's banging Cardi
I think he's a free agent, though, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's banging Cardi B now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's cooked.
Did you see Offset drop the diss track for Cardi B on Valentine's Day? That's crazy.
That's funny. I didn't see that.
No.
What a loser.
That's loser shit.
I got to be honest, too. Cardi B, after all the surgery, not that hot anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not into the fake shit.
Yeah.
Give me something real with some stretch marks.
Yeah, Cardi B's cooked.
Cardi B, yeah, right? Kind of cooked.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. Give me that all natural.
Yeah. I'm gonna need to
you don't got to be perfect. Just be natural. Women, please, if you're listening.
Some NyQuil.
And plus, again, I'm a big no smoking cigarettes guy. Like I seen her on live smoking a dart, and I was just like, ugh, no thanks.
She rips darts.
Yeah,
and she's honestly annoying as fuck.
She's very annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like I can't. Nope. Fuck no.
Okay.
And she drugs and steals from men.
She has been known to do that.
So.
That is true. I saw a comment in here. The Ronin, our resident Hall of Famer. He says, I think Henderson is more realistic.
No.
I'm telling you, nothing infuriates me more than this statement, and I'm just saying this. I'm just letting you know. That man wants money. He's going on podcasts, talking about it. We're not giving up assets to pay him. We're not. Myles Garrett wants a ring.
Yep.
Trey Hendrickson is the least likely, not happening at all whatsoever.
It's fair. And let me tell you about Caesar Sportsbook. Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Tap in, use code word Woodward1000 to get your first bet up to $1,000 as risk-free. That means if it doesn't hit, you get it back in bonus bets. Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? You should see what I did there. Go Red Wings! From Octopi experts, Woodward Sports. Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Shot. What up, though? Welcome to Whatever Waits Live on Sports.com. I'm Easy Joe, my spin more reaction. Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend. It mean the world to us. No, Nick, I would like to. I just haven't. It's a rare breed.
Rare breed for sure.
You gotta come out to the west side. Start messing with all that. They're out there.
Hamtown.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Man, I wish I would have known when I was younger.
We're to hunt for him?
Oh, yeah. I was on the hunt. For goddamn sure. Desert Stallion for that.
I mean, I think she's one of a kind, though. I had never seen.
Yeah, I never seen that combo.
I had never seen nobody like that.
Yeah, there's one name I was gonna say. Well, me and Khalifa don't count.
No,
because she's different and those are fake.
Yep.
Desert Stallion 14. Easy.
Also
How long
annoying.
before TJ Watt wants to win a ring there, or wants out of Pittsburgh?
We talked about the free agent route as well. Khalil Mack, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah.
Who else was up there?
So DeMarcus Lawrence, didn't we read hurt his foot?
Yeah.
Brad don't give a fuck.
No, he does not.
But at 34 with a foot injury, I'm not a big fan of that. But would you be okay with the combination between he and Davenport? We're getting 6 games out of each.
A couple wheelchairs rolling in.
Yeah, just save him for the playoffs, like Nick says.
I mean, I said it last year. Like, if you could get a full season out of Davenport and Pascal combined, then I'm happy with it. I don't know, man. I just really don't want to have to worry about injuries like that anymore.
Yeah. Anthony Patterson asked, do you think you could give up just as much for the first or second pick in the draft, then grab either Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter? Comparing this to the Garrett trade rumors, no.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably could.
You'd probably get it for less. It would probably take more to get Myles Garrett than it would Abdul Carter.
Or at least just the same.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, too, like I think Abdul Carter is very good, but yet he's literally Micah 2.0.
Yeah.
Where he's like back there at linebacker, too. I don't know if we have the system for that. But maybe
I'd rather
change
just
the
get
system.
Myles Garrett at that point.
Yeah, I'd rather get Myles
Like, if
Garrett.
you're trading 2 firsts, just get Myles Garrett.
Because then you're also asking someone to be another Micah Parsons, where
you know what Myles Garrett is.
Yeah, and I don't know if I've ever seen another Micah Parsons. Like Micah truly is like, he's sick. I really don't know anyone who can drop back like that, and who could drop back in coverage like that and get after the quarterback like
Who
that.
could throw it back like Myles Garrett? Who could throw it back like Micah Parsons? I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, was there a Micah before Micah, like doing the shit that he does?
J.J. Watt.
See, but even more, he's in the line. Though.
Yeah.
J.J. Watt never played linebacker like that.
Von Miller.
Nah,
No, because he never really dropped back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Did he stand up though?
I get Abdul.
stood
You
up,
watch
yeah.
the tape and you're like, this is it. That's Micah. But there's only been one Micah, so how can you like count on
both
that
went to
happening
the same
again?
place,
You
though.
know, that's like asking lightning to strike twice. I feel like that one might be a little shaky. But I get if someone makes a move. Maybe just put him on edge full time. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe I'm stupid. Who knows? Zubo Wilson. Even if it's not Garrett, I think Brad will trade for someone after the draft.
Yeah, I think he's going to add a defensive line piece at some point that's not through the draft. I mean, I think he's going to either upgrade from Marcus Davenport or make a trade with somebody to bring in a piece, but we'll see. We'll see.
Shout out to Oliver Arnold. I apologize for that parlay, brother.
What it hit?
It did not hit.
It did
He
not.
had the Torres over Zhang Weili. That was the last leg of like a 5-leg UFC parlay.
Oh.
You know, UFC odds are fat if you get them right.
Why? Why?
She was favorite. She was like minus 400 or something like that. It was something crazy, to be honest with you.
Yep, well, now he's homeless.
Would you make that move up?
For who? Abdul Carter?
Yeah, or Travis?
No, I would just go after someone established. If you're going to trade and you're going to give up assets, like a hefty amount of assets, you should go after a guy that you know who you're getting or you know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it before. These teams try to get too cute in like bridge eras. You saw it with Golden State with the Wiseman pick. Like you see it in all sports. These teams that try to do that, it almost never works. Just go for the now, operate in the now, and that bridge, if it happens, which is very unlikely, but if it does, it kind of just happens naturally. Somebody that you don't suspect ends up becoming a star, and you get another foundational piece that way. So just go for it. If you're giving up multiple assets,
go for
real
it.
assets,
Go for it.
Get something real.
Yeah.
I guess the Texans did it with Anderson.
But they blew it up already. Like they didn't have their team yet. They just they got their team by hitting on both Anderson and CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
So that kind of pushed them forward to what they actually were. Like that'd be like if we traded up and got Hutch and fucking Bryce Young or whoever was in that draft.
Lions are absolutely a spot to go do something like that, though. Like, I'm not opposed to that at all. Everyone who bitches about it, I think, is just stupid, if I'm being honest with you, or just – I don't want to say stupid. Maybe you're just too smart. Maybe you're definitely overthinking.
I think Lions fans are still too in love with the draft.
Like we're finally the piece away.
Yep. We're not. I don't like the draft. Isn't the Super Bowl for the Lions anymore?
To be honest, I don't know that piece wasn't available 2 years ago.
Yeah,
when we went, but like that team was maybe a piece away.
No, we are one piece away right now, and like the draft doesn't matter as much anymore as winning a Super Bowl. Like I understand you want to have a good time on draft night. I understand you want to see these new pieces, and Brad Holmes does a great job of grabbing them. But
are you having a good time at pick 28?
No,
you're waiting 2 hours for it to happen. For Christ's sakes, I know half the people I talked to were asleep when we drafted Terrion Arnold.
Yeah, and the foundation is already set. Like we don't need 4 more guys to come out of this draft to be starters on this team. We don't know if 4 rookies would make this roster. You need that one piece, and that's what it is. Brad Holmes has built your roster through the draft. You don't need to keep building it. Like it's already built. The foundation is set. You are going to be one of the top 5 best teams for odds to win the Super Bowl next year. You go out there, you bring in a piece that tips those scales.
I don't know
at
how
pick 28, you're getting those offensive linemen. Are you really excited for that?
No.
You're going to fucking fucking Tyler Booker. Let's go. Like, no, you're not.
I don't see how you, after last year, after losing to the Commanders the way you did, I don't see how you don't just go feeling this was your year the whole year, Super Bowl favorite, something that's never happened. I don't see how you could be like, yeah, let's play it safe now. No, like you were right there, and you know that this thing flips on a dime. Your head coach said that. He cried at the NFC Championship game because he said, I don't know if we'll ever get back here. I believe we can, but I don't know if we will. Yep. And sure as shit, the next year, when you were better on paper, you did not go back there. So I don't see how you can look at that and not be like, let's just punch this in. I don't care what it costs. Let's do it. We are right there. We don't know if we'll ever get this opportunity again.
Worked out for the Rams. Worked out for the Bucks. Worked out like
people are so.
If you have a good GM, like the Rams, like the Lions, you can do this. Go all in to get that one piece to put you over the hedge, win the Super Bowl, and then still be fine because your GM is going to draft you players to fill in for those guys after they leave. Like that is exactly what the Rams did. And look at the Rams. The Rams are 2-15. Like they made the playoffs. They drafted an entire new defensive line after arguably the greatest defensive football player of all time retired. Like it's okay to do that because I have faith in Brad Holmes to be able to supplement those pieces, to be able to use the draft picks that he still has to bring in quality players for this roster.
Madman.
I know. I might be crazy.
People are so scared of being irrelevant again. I think like they're still stuck in the old
that
ways.
Move won't make you
exactly.
irrelevant.
I think you have the best chance if you go out and get one of these elite guys. And yeah, maybe you do lose a fucking player, but that's okay because you have the best shot to win a Super Bowl right now and next year. If you go out and get Myles Garrett, you have the best odds that this team has ever had. And that's all you need to pair with a guy like Hutchinson. And yeah, you might lose Kirby Joseph. You know what? You might lose Brian Branch, but it's going to be after you win a goddamn Super Bowl doing it. So long, have like the best career of your life. $20 million a year. Sorry, we can't afford you. We're busy winning rings.
Thanks for the Super Bowl.
You lost 497 people last year.
Yeah.
You lost 497 people last year. And guess what? You still went 15-2. If you make a big trade, and guess what? Worst case scenario, that trade doesn't work. It doesn't get you there. This team is not spiraling into just they're not going to become the Cleveland Browns. Yeah. What are we doing here?
No. Philly, I want 3 in a row. No one's done 3 in a row. That's not realistic. You want one.
I want one.
You want to go cash in the one.
That's crazy.
3 in a row is not happening.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me.
Saying you want 3 in a row is ridiculous.
How are the Bills doing? How are the Ravens doing?
Yeah.
Name another team in the AFC that can't fucking make it. How about the 49ers? How about the 49ers, fellas?
Yeah.
These are teams that have not won it recently because, some teams have tried, but it's not easy. You got to make those risks. Eagles have made the risks every single year.
How about the Bengals actually getting there, but then never adding 2?
Yep.
That's just
and now they're in a situation where now they have to, the same situation we're going to be in soon. Now you got to pay everybody.
Yeah, and you're going to be losing.
You might going to lose Trey Hendrickson. You might lose T. Higgins. You already lost Tyler Boyd.
Lost DJ Reader.
You got to pay Jamar Chase.
You lost
now
Jesse
you're
Bates.
losing this shit. You got to cash in. You got to get it while you can. And that's just where I'm. My past 2 years, obviously last year more so injuries than anything, but
Philly says don't believe in Super Bowl at any cost. Yes, believe in Super Bowl at any cost.
Yeah, because
there's one thing that matters in the NFL, and that is winning the Super Bowl. No, if you don't win the Super Bowl, you're a loser. That's where we are now. It's no moral victories. It's no cute, you made the playoffs. You won a playoff game. That's all. If you don't win the Super Bowl, your season's a failure. Flat out. There is one winner at the end of an NFL season. That's it. It was the Eagles this year. And now they're back to the fucking drawing board. And what do? They go out there and they fucking get that dog.
And this is why Lions fans are still hurt. Because this is their mentality right now. Okay, I just want to be there every single year. I just want to be in the playoff. I want to be in the mix. I think that's what these fans need to turn the page on, turn the corner. They're just happy to be relevant every year now, to be in the playoffs. And I think that's the fundamental, the mindset that you have to get out of, because I don't believe you can win a Super Bowl against all of these elite quarterbacks if you don't go out and take risks while not having, a top 3 to top 5 quarterback in the game.
And if you truly believe in Brad Holmes, then you should believe in sustainability to us not falling to that irrelevancy ever again.
Yeah,
I know the 49ers have a down year this year. A lot of injuries on that team between Christian McCaffrey, their best left tackle, and Trent Williams. But they've been in the damn thing for a very long time. And don't forget what they gave up to get a guy who played, 3 starting games for him in Trey Lance?
Yeah, and
if you have a good GM, a good coach, you're going to be there.
And Anthony Patterson says the Eagles have also drafted amazing. Yeah, they have.
And they also traded.
But they signed Saquon Barkley, which put them over the top to win a Super Bowl. And the Lions have drafted amazing as well.
They traded up to get Jalen Carter.
Yeah, they traded for
A.J. Brown. Traded in the top 10. They've made those risks, and they paid out.
It's worked.
You guys know a team that hasn't made the risks? The Steelers. You guys think their fans are having fun being 9-8, 10-7? Winning 11 games every year, not doing shit in the playoffs the last 10 years, 12 years. You think they're having fun? Because I can tell you right now, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you want? You want to be 9-8, 10-7? Make the playoffs, not do shit.
Yeah.
That's literally, take some risks. Don't be scared money, don't make money.
The other thing, too, is, teams around us are going to be getting better now as well. Bears supposed to be getting better.
Yep.
Vikings fucking came by surprise. I don't know what they're going to do with the quarterback situation, but I expect them to be better as well. Shit's not going to get any easier. I guess put you that way.
So unbearable as a Viking fan.
Chill. We are not doing this another year.
Oh, he is.
We are not doing this another year.
It's on you, man. As long as you give up the fandom, we won't.
KJ McCarthy.
Not doing well for your case there. Let's go to break.
I've never used that drop. I never even knew it was in here.
Put your mailbag questions in the chat. Chris, tell us about merch.
Let me tell you where to get the best Detroit sports merch. Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. New designs, every team, hoodies, tees, hats, all of that at woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today and get some fly new Detroit sports merch.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
I count 2 shots. The away fan, that dirty little Eagles fan that he is, he asked with Dylan Larkin being Captain America over the weekend, if he continues to play well for the last 2 games, does he achieve royalty like the international stage?
Absolutely.
Like TJ Oshie back in 2016.
Absolutely.
Wasn't that the Olympics though?
Yeah, that was in Sochi. That was one of the coolest things ever. He did 8 straight penalty shots, or
4 shootouts.
Shootout, yeah. Because in Olympic competition, you could just keep sending the same guy out there, and TJ Oshie is one of the best. So
what medal was that for?
I think it was for the silver.
Yeah,
it was against Russia.
It wasn't gold.
Was it gold? No, I think it was for bronze.
What?
Did they?
I could have swore that was for gold.
Or who did Canada? Is that when Canada lost to Switzerland? Or to Sweden? Switzerland.
I'm almost positive. I thought this was gold.
Is that when Canada lost to Sweden?
Rio 2016 Olympic results.
It was Sochi.
TJ Oshie did not go home with a medal.
Who won the breakdancing that year?
That was against Russia.
There's no way this is real.
That was against Russia in Sochi, I'm pretty sure. Not Rio.
Okay.
He won a cup, though.
2016 was Rio. But it says, this can't be correct. It says Argentina, Belgium, and Germany. Maybe floor hockey.
Next subject.
So it must have been Worlds then? When did TJ Oshie do that?
It was in Sochi. Whenever Sochi was.
Sorry. Score. The gold medal? Was it a gold?
It was the 2014 Sochi Olympics. Oshie went 4 for 6 in the shootout attempts to help down Team Russia 3-2 to secure Team USA a bye into the tournament's quarterfinals. And then they lost.
Oi. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's still legendary.
It was still a hype fucking.
I guess in this scenario, if it continues and we continue winning, it would be
if they beat Canada that would immortalize Dylan Larkin. And
there'll always be that guy that the Russians didn't play.
Yeah, for sure. But still,
which is fair.
But beating this Canada team twice would be more important than would be more impressive than beating the Russian team.
I think
they've got 3 of the top 4 players in the world on their team right now.
Yeah, I got to see that too.
Like
I think the person who put it most profoundly was Justin. When he was like, yeah, hey, okay, so you could boo our national anthem, you could have the 4 best players in the world, but you don't have freedom and grit. Proud to be a motherfucking American. Beat them in their own sport.
Yeah, it's our sport now.
Our sport now. But we got to see them again Thursday. Are you nervous about that or what?
Hell no. We beat them in Montreal. No, I'm not. Like I said, their goaltending is ass.
Yeah,
we're gonna beat them 5-2 in Boston.
Is there not a better Canadian goaltender? I mean, why?
No, there isn't.
What about McCarr coming
Logan?
Back?
Fucking
ain't worried about it.
Logan Thomas or Thompson? What the fuck's his name?
I mean, he might be better than Binnington, but it's not that big of a difference. Canada doesn't have any good goalies.
Fellas, the amount of Swedes that we've drafted and like we're developing right now through the Red Wings system, it's gonna be like the Red Wing Swedes coming up. So, gonna be a fan of the Swedes, just not as big as a fan.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was surprised Evanson didn't make the team this year.
They could use them out there.
Yeah.
Keep the legs fresh for the
Soderblom,
playoff
Evanson,
push.
Johansson, Raymond. There's
who is the other
Rasmussen,
defenseman?
Axel Sandin Palinka.
There's gonna be a lot of Swedes. There's gonna be a lot of Red Wings. There always has been. Like the Red Wings love the Swedes.
What is Kosa, Canadian?
Kosa is Canadian, yeah, but
I didn't know that. I thought he was like fucking Serbian or some shit.
You had
so maybe Kosa will be the future of Canada.
For Canada, I saw actually.
Got a long way to go, but
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
We're still waiting for him to be the future of Red Wings.
Yeah,
facts.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Well, shout out to Stevie for grabbing Talbot. He's been great for us.
Talbot's been great. Lions been great, and then you got Kosa and Augustine coming up. Augustine versus Kosa, Canada versus USA in the future. That'd be pretty cool. But that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button. For Easy, for Nick, for Chris, I am Spencer with the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.